But first tonight, he was a promising boxer who just had the biggest victory of his career.
But just hours after the bout at Doncaster Dome in February 2018, Scott Westgarth died. A bleed on the brain was the cause.
Well, today, recording a conclusion of misadventure, the coroner at his inquest said appropriate action was taken with Scott's care, but his family believe mobile brain scanners should be introduced for all pro fights from now on. Emma Wilkinson has our main story this evening.
Well, next tonight, the shocking rise in the number of attacks on 999 workers in our region. In the last year, police, ambulance and fire service staff have all seen an increase in violence against them when answering emergency call-outs.
Yesterday, the three emergency services joined forces to launch a campaign urging the public to help them put a stop to such attacks and let them get on with their jobs serving the community. Sally Simpson has the story. Next night, relatives of people at a care home in North Derbyshire, which is threatened with closure, say they're worried about the effect it'll have on their loved ones.
Homely at Tibshelf is one of 7 care homes facing the axe because the County Council claims they don't meet modern standards. But as Phil Brewster reports, the news has caused real anger and distress. Well, still to come tonight. Officers say they are no longer treating the death of a woman found at a Skegness hotel as suspicious. And Ramphia, thanks very much. Now, it's that time of year when many of us start dreaming about being whisked away for a holiday in the sun. But now, football, Barnsley women will create a little bit of history this weekend when they travel to the capital in the 4th round of the FA Cup.
It's the first time the part-time club has reached this stage of the competition, and its reward is a glamour tie against Tottenham Hotspur of the Women's Super League. Their
opponents may be 3 tiers above them in the footballing pyramid, but the Reds aren't going on a sightseeing weekend. Arif Ahmed reports.
Wish them all the best. Now, speaking of women making history, a Yorkshire Army corporal whose expertise behind the camera lens has earned her the very top prize in a prestigious armed forces competition.
Becky Brown from Beverley was named British Army Photographer of the Year after scooping both the winner and runner-up award in the professional portfolio category, the first woman to take the top gong.
That's just greedy. I spoke to Becky earlier from the National Army Museum in Chelsea and asked her first if she ever imagined she'd be sweeping the board when she entered the competition.
There.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, weren't they?
Now, today is National Handwriting Day, but a new survey reveals that the written word could be facing extinction.
Now, I've been forced kicking and screaming to put some of
it. What went wrong?
Nearly 2/3 of adults under 34 in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire say they never hardly pick up a pen, preferring to type or spoken forms of communication. So
should handwriting still be on our school curriculums, or is it now becoming redundant in a digital world? What? Nick Smith reports.
Oh, I'm feeling really old, you know.
That machine can write a lot better than I can.
Can it write as well as
I can't remember
that.
If I get the time.
Finally this evening, the children of a trawlerman who was one of 40 men to die while trying to save a stranded vessel 65 years ago say an effort to mark their sacrifice is long overdue. George
Hobson was a radio operator on the Lorella trawler, which alongside the Rodrigo trawler went on an ill-fated rescue mission in a storm off the coast of Iceland in January 1955.
While the stranded boat managed to escape, all those on board the hull trawlers died. This weekend, a campaign to commemorate their bravery will see a pair of plaques unveiled. Here's Jonathan Brown. Long overdue, really, isn't it? And
exactly.
It's going to be very emotional at the weekend.
Commemoration. I must say, I'm looking forward to my letter from John.
Well, we'll have to have his weather first. Here he is.
Thanks very much. That's it from us. Our next update's at 10:30.
The national international stories are next, though, with Ranveer Singh.
But for now, from all the team on Calendar, thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.
Good night.